We're all here today for Pase, which stands for Product and System Education. I'm Divya Prasad. I'm proudly sponsored by my awesome parents, Kamsa and Nadia Prasad. We have an awesome lineup tonight, and we're just going to get right into it. So we'll first have Miss Carol up for streaming. Awesome!
Hello, everybody. We're Carol Anthony Cox, sponsored by Tanya in Miami to. Oh, thanks for the bright light. Tanya in Miami to Soleil in Tallahassee to Compton. I'm sorry. To Kenneth and Andrea Gonzalez here in Stockbridge, and then Compton Nadia Prasad here in Stockbridge as well, and then up to St. Jude and Shawnee High. Okay, today I'm on streaming and I'm trying to use my tablet, y'all. So give me a minute. I'm doing Bill Britt, self-image, and attitude, and it was released in February 2010, and it says motivation, Bill Britt. And I'm gonna play a little bit first, and then I'm gonna speak on it because we're on a time frame. Here we go.
I don't care who you are. I don't care who your mother and daddy happen to be. I don't care where you came from. I don't care where your ancestors came from. But you can build this business if you'll only believe and if you'll get your own stinking thinking attitude cleared up. Now, you see, all of us have this disease known as stinking thinking. We talk about it all the time. You hear several people talk about the fact that attitude is.
Okay, that was just a preview, and it automatically stops. So we're gonna I'm gonna tell you a little bit about what he's trying to say about how it doesn't matter where you come from, doesn't matter your skin color. You know, when you go to the big functions, we're coming to another function's coming up. We see all nationalities all together. Nobody's fighting, nobody's cussing, nobody's drinking. So who wouldn't want to be a part of that family? I do. And that's why we all in the business together. We're here all to grow, and we're here all to help other people. And it doesn't matter, you know, what your family's saying, what your friends that you grew up with, don't matter what they say, you gotta keep going. You know, keep the dream in front of you. I'm still working on my dream boards that I have. I made me a little space, and I got dream boards up and things that I want. You keep pictures in front of you. I believe in this spoken word. You keep everything in front of you. You speak what you want. You don't doubt yourself, or don't let people take your dream. Like, don't let them steal your joy. I'm sure that you've heard that before. Just stay positive and keep going. And like Bill Britt said, you know, just keep a good attitude. Your attitude is like the number one thing. You can't be sad and happy. Like, it don't mix. You need to stay happy all the time. It don't matter what comes at you, stay happy all the time. Keep smiling. I mean, that's why I'm always, you know, giggling and making jokes. But I mean, it's not like a bad thing. You just keep yourself happy and motivated. That's it. I'm done.
That's awesome.
Awesome job, Miss Carol. Should we go ahead and go to books? Okay, so next we'll have Malik up for books. And I just wanted to say something really quick. You are who you are, will be in 5 years, based on two things: the people you hang out with and the books you read. So that really shows how important the book portion of our business is. So, Malik. All right.
Yes, what Divya said is very true. I am Malik Porter, a fourth-year political science major from Florida Agricultural and Mechanical University, proudly sponsored by Mr. Roderick McKenzie, Mr. Fireman himself, to Rodney Wilson, and all the way up to Eli Wilson. And they are not related, but they are both awesome people you should get to know. But aside from that, I'm here to talk to you about the book of the month. We have the book of the month is because the business is mainly 80% mental and 20% going to do stuff. Most of the stuff is getting over the barriers of your mind, getting over the barriers of what's stopping you from doing stuff, what the average world has impeded on your mind. So what the book of the month has done is to basically rewire your brain to thinking a way to separate yourself from the world and to get yourself on a personal mind frame to set out to get your own goals done. So that's a good reason to why we have the book of the month. And a perfect time to read the book is whenever you have free time. Like Kenneth Drayton said, you don't read in prime time. You only read like when you have time for yourself, when you can actually eat up what you have right in front of you. You're not reading when you're thinking about doing this task, doing this task, doing this task. You can't even concentrate on what you're doing right then and there. So read when it's not prime time. Read when it's in your downtime, and you will be able to. Like I like reading in the mornings. I can actually apply what I read in the day and get it done and think about all day. What did I read? What did I read? How can I apply this? What can I do? What words can I use from what I read that day? And some people like reading right before they go to sleep. It's the power of the subconscious mind. Just keep on thinking about it, and when you wake up, you wake up to a fresh thought of what did I read. So that's another good thing to do. So with our system, we usually ask people to do a good 15 minutes a day. Now you can start doing like 5 pages a day, but work yourself up. Do 5 pages, then do 10 pages, then do 15 pages. It's not about how many pages that you do. It's how much that you eat up and how much you absorb. It's not about that's what the leaders are starting to say. I'm starting to see a trend. It's about what you can take away from these books. You can read books all day, but if you're not taking away what these books are, or why we have the book of the month, or not taking away the lessons that they have and the diamonds and the millionaires have for you, then it's just kind of like you're basically wasting your time just want to do a book for nothing. So for the book of the month, for the book that I have for you, I had the book of the month for last month. Put more time on your side, and it has some great nuggets. And basically, it's about prioritizing your time. I'm going to give you 2 to 3 nuggets that I got out of the book. One good nugget is I'm going to quote from the book where it says, "But I don't have any time," page 21. And this is a common thing that your bosses or any person would do outside of yourself would probably ask for you to do. And the paragraph says, "I find it intriguing that when I ask a time management workshop group what's the #1 way they could get more done each day, someone invariably responds, make it 25 hours long." Is that we all know that if the day was 25 hours long, someone would probably ask to extend it to 26 or 27 hours, which means it doesn't matter how much time do you have in a day. If you do not prioritize on what's important and what's not important, and be bogged down from things that with. The thing is, self-management leads to time management, and time management leads to life management. If you do not know where your time is going, your time is going somewhere, and you don't have a say of what's the consequence of what's next. You only have control over now and what could happen now, and that's that is the self-management. Another good one is on page 30, Henry David Thoreau, who wrote, "You cannot kill time without injuring eternity." So what I have to say is, please do not have unproductive time. Yes, have time for yourself, and yes, work and at home activity has been strained due to the internet and creating a 24-hour work time space and basically work from anywhere. But yeah, know how to make your time how to make your unproductive time into a productive time, and know the work at home balance, because it also says in the book, when you take short breaks, it doesn't stop your momentum. It actually increases the momentum, because when you try to work it all the way through, when you're running in a race, when you're running just straight through, you're going to tire out. So when you pace yourself and say, I'm going to get this done. When you say, I'm going to get this project done for school, myself this whole week to do it, instead of just, I'm going to crunch it in these last 2 days. Who's going to get it done the better? Who's going to have it more organized? Who's going to have it the best? Who prioritized their time to get that task done? The person that spaced it out. And that's it. I'm Malik.
Awesome.
Awesome job, Malik. Awesome job. Really quickly, do you mind repeating the name of the book?
Put more time on your side.
Put more time on.
By who?
By who?
Jan Yeager.
Jan? John Yeager. And I can put it in the chat. Good idea there, Rodney. Good idea. Put it in the chat.
Oh, okay, perfect. Thank you. Okay, so really quickly, Ali, is Shaibu and Adama with you right now? Are they ready? And ready for presenting?
Ali?
Yes, they are.
Okay, let's do it.
Okay, perfect. So now we'll have products done by Shaibu and Adama out in Jacksonville. Yay!
Yeah, thank you very much. But Adma asked me to send her apologies for not making it today. She went to work and she's not able to be here part of us to, publish the product. So I'm taking part of everything. Thank you very much. But before I start with everything, I would like to say a very big thank you to Roderick, Beatty, Rodney, everybody, for their support, motivation, and everything. I really appreciate it. I would like to start with the men's pack. I know many people have talked about the men's pack, and then I'm also here to share what I've gained out from it a few days ago. With a men's pack, you take one packet every day to support your vitamin and mineral nutritional needs specific for men. This neutralize supports a strong heart, clear mind, and then healthy immune system. Plus, each packet contains daily multi-nutrition and then vitamins and minerals with exclusive plant concentrates. They always say experience is the best teacher. Whenever Beatty comes on and then tells us about this nutrition, I just keep wondering until I started using it. Whenever I go to work, I start working, and then usually whenever I go to work, I go home, first thing I do is I just go straight to bed because I get weak, broken down. But when Beatty got this for me, he asked me to get it. He recommended it for me. Here is it. That's the men's pack. And then I take every pack daily, every pack. And then I was taking 2 because it was good enough that I wanted to, take more than 1, even though it was recommended to take 1. It was drug abuse, but well, so I started taking it, and then when I go to work and I start working, I don't feel any pains. And then the most surprising thing was I usually work with this guy, so he was thinking that the way I work, and I was like, do you like kind of take some kind of weed or some kind of drugs to keep you that active? I like, no hell, man. This is what I'm using. It's called men's pack, and you're like, okay, please tomorrow when you come in, I would like you to just bring me one of it to try and see. So probably Monday when I'm going, I'll take one of the men's pack, 1 pack, and then let him try it to also see how it works. Because sometimes when you try to explain it too much to the person, it's very hard for the person to believe until he used it, and then we tell you the truth behind it. Well, that's it. That's just by the way. And then I've also used the energy. That's the excess. This. Oh man, it's also good. It's also good. I also take that once daily, and then it also keeps me active. I mean, develop my nutritious activities and all stuff. And I also talked about this. This, that's the dehydrate. I usually take it to work every day. I mix it with my a sachet of water pack. I usually, whenever I want to take a drink, I put it in it, and then I take it, and it's also good. But along the way, this is also one thing I know is not part of the neutral life, but I want to recommend this once again. I can never stop using this product. Seriously, the reason why I'm saying this is I don't know if anybody has ever heard of shea butter. Has anybody heard of shea butter?
Sure.
Like,
Yeah.
you heard of it, right?
Yeah,
Well, this is what surprised me. This is what surprised me. To myself, where did Amway get the shea butter? You know, shea butter is what I know it very well, and then it's in Africa. It's a kind of fruit with a seed, a very big seed in it. And then we usually we use only the shea butter to smell our skin, and then you would be that's why you always see Africans, you know, so black but with a smooth skin. It's the health. It's a health. Yeah. So I just wonder myself, like, okay, let me just, I mean, this product is very good. Let me just read through what kind of product they used in manufacture. To my surprise, I found shea butter and this, and oh yeah, I got you. Well, this is the secret of all this. So this is also a very good product I recommend to everybody to use. I've been using it since I was in Ghana, and I'm still using it to date. We also recently got this. That's the toothbrush. Well, it's one of the best toothbrush I've used ever since I came to this world. I'm enjoying it. It's very soft, and then it takes all the plaque and everything from your teeth without hunting your gum. It's a very good product. I recommend to everybody to use. But now I found out, like, I always ask myself, like, why is, I mean, our mentors and everybody, you know, seems so strong and healthy, and then like work so hard without, you know, like, and then I just realized that it's all out of this product, you know, product from Amway. I know sometimes it's very hard when you're trying to like tell people about how the product works, because when you talk to the person, you'll be like, no, it doesn't make sense. Like something like that cannot work until you use it. And then after using it, I found out the secret of, you know, what this product can do to you. It doesn't have side effects. You know, I like to do research a lot, and then I did a lot of, you know, readings on this product, and then I realized that human being can use, and then we're working best to let people. It's best for you to spend your money on good product, even though irrespective of how much it costs. Money on something that costs less, but you know, have side effect and might harm your immune system or whatever. But that's just by the way. Thank you very much. This is the product I have, and then this is the product I've been using so far, and then I'm getting the results, a very good result out of it. And thank you, Amway, and then thank you to my group, everybody. I mean, I'm overwhelmed. I'm so much appreciated to everybody in this business. We're still working so hard to get to where we're aiming to get to, and then we hope that by the grace of Almighty God, we definitely get there. Yes, thank you very much, everybody, and then I really appreciate everybody.
Awesome, really amazing job. And he's so right. You want quality over quantity. So regardless of the price, we have good quality products. So last we'll have Rodney out in Tallahassee. He's going to be doing systems, the system portion for tonight. So Rodney. Awesome.
That's you use easy board?
Probably a little bit.
A little bit? No
Yeah,
problem.
Okay.
I might switch the computers.
Okay.
So yeah,
Sounds
go
good.
ahead, yeah.
Okay.
If you need to use it, yeah.
Good evening, all. My name is Rodney Wilson. Applying in this business, C.L.A. Wilson, up to Kenneth Drayton and Andre Gonzalez. out there in Hampton, Georgia, and then up in Hampton, not even who's in Stockbridge, Georgia. So today I have the distinguished honor and privilege to be presenting the system portion of Pase. And so what is the system portion? It's really the mechanics on how to build a business, on how we do it here at Tallahassee, this particular portion, which is the list that I'm going to go through. All right. So you might be wondering, what is a list, especially for those new folks. So the first step we actually recommend, after we qualify you to work with the team, is to make a list of everybody you know, right? When we say everybody, we truly mean everybody, because what we found in this business is that you pretty much don't want to prejudge anybody, because some of the people that you think would build it, they're not going to build it. And some people that you don't think would build it will actually build it, right? So the first thing you want to do is we recommend, like I said, get a list going and put everybody down that you know. Now we kind of categorize this list into 3 phases, right? So the first phase of the list is your A list. This is pretty much, the folks that you're very, very comfortable with. The folks that can walk in your home and eat up all your food.
Yes.
And then you'll be all right with it, right? Mm-hmm. Because that's how comfortable you are with them, right? So start with those folks. That's usually family, maybe even classmates that you spend a lot of time with. Anybody that you spend a lot of time with and know very, very well, right? And for the new folks in the room, your A list and your B list is pretty much where you're going to start, right? And then the third phase will be the C list, which is where the more seasoned business owners are, right? So for the A list, like I said, your family, your friends, and then you're going to go through them. And then the next part is the B list, right? So when you get to the B list, that's more so your associates. That's people like your barber, your dentist, the guy that drives you on the bus to church, anybody that you get a service from, the sushi guy. Yes, those types of people. Even if you don't know them by name, those people that you kind of say hi and bye to on a daily basis, put them down on the list, because over time, we'll actually teach you how to reach out to them, right? The last but not least portion is when you go through your A and B list. And a good joke about your A and B list, right? One of our senior business partners always says that you don't think would want to do this business, right? So, and show it to them first, because when they don't get started, you just say, hey, I was just using yours practice anyway. So put down everybody you don't think could get started business, and the thing about that is it kind of grows your belief a bit too, right? Because what you're doing is you're putting those folks in front of your mentors, right? So that line actually came from a Double Diamond, Shivaram Kumar, and what he said is that A list, especially, right? You think of one word, which is deflection. So you're not putting it all on yourself. You're also putting the burden on the team. So always keep that in mind, that it's not, oh, I'm making this list, I don't know how to talk to these people. It's not really you alone talking to these people. The BWW system is not going to set you up for failure, right? As long as you want to win, they'll help you win. Deflection when you're talking about the A list, especially. You kind of want to get, we're talking to them because you already pretty much went through your family and your friends. Some of them didn't get started, some will get started, right? And now you have more confidence and conviction to run through that B list, right? As you go into this B list, you still might need your mentor's help, but you want to get strong enough to be able to develop that skill to talk to folks, right? Once you're developing that skill, what we call a C list. So now the C list is actually the whole world you don't know yet, right? There's billions of people you probably don't know, right? And the thing about the business is it's a global business. So when you think about the list, don't just think, oh, I'm in Tallahassee, I'm in Georgia, I'm in Virginia. No, don't think of that. Think global. Because when we said Brit worldwide, they really meant the worldwide portion. Right? It's really worldwide. With the C list, we're actually going to help you develop that ongoing list, right? And the way we usually help you meet them in passing, right? So don't expect to know everybody, or even if you don't know anybody. We've had immigrants come from India, people that they know on their list in the U.S. and still made it to the diamond level, right? Just for the new folks, if you don't know, that's a very comfortable level. It's 6-figure income minimum, very comfortable, right? So in order to do that, what they did was they just submerged themselves in the system. They trained them up to develop a strong C-list.
Wow.
And based on the C-list, they were able to develop a strong business, right? So even if your A and your B list doesn't go very well, you have a C list, right? Now, I kind of want to show a visual of how we build our list here. I don't know if they can share the screen.
Yeah, sure.
I have the Excel sheet up.
I don't know how to click your thing,
So,
to be honest with you.
do screen share. And then once you share, once you share it,
and just how you get to the
just
other
go
thing.
down, just go all the way down.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
This guy?
Yeah, and then hit the Excel one. Excel.
This thing?
Yeah, you can just double click on it. It should open up.
Okay.
All right. So hopefully y'all can see this. So this is actually how we build a list here locally in Tallahassee, right? Of course, our upline diamond is Sanjeev and Shauna Sahai, soon to be Captain Nadi Prasad.
Absolutely.
Right.
Yes.
So make the IVA put their name in. So we have this in electronic form, or we could just print this out for those that are less tech savvy, right? So we collect a few. Oh, gotcha. So we collect a little bit of data about the person on the list, right? And there's a reason for this data. Compton and Nadia didn't just make this up just because, right? So first we collect the name of the person. That's kind of important.
right.
Important, you know. I've seen people put bus driver guy on there.
True.
And they just had his number and they was able to reach out to him. Right? So if you do have the name, put the name of the person or put the phrase that you know them by on the list, right?
Right.
And then kind of put an age range. You don't have to know the exact age. The reason for this is that we want to know whether they're Gen Y, baby boomer, etc., so that the verbiage that we use when we're talking to them is a bit more relatable, right? Then we go to the profession. This kind of helps us to determine what kind of buying power they have and what type of lifestyle they currently have. You know, because if we see doctor on there, right? We know doctors make looking for money. More so, a doctor might be looking for time, right? Whereas we see maybe a fast food worker, right? They might have time, but you know they make minimum wage, so they're definitely looking for more money. So we know how to tailor the message when we talk to them on the phone, when we reach out to them, right? So definitely the profession. The next thing you want to do is put down the location. Location is Brickville Y has events going on, like you said, everywhere, right? I could invite somebody out in the Bahamas and the team down there, they will take care of them. We got folks in Jacksonville. We don't have a personal meeting out there, but the BWW team has a meeting, right? Georgia has 50 different meetings.
right.
So every location has a meeting going on. So the location portion of the list in order to know where to invite that particular person. And then last but not least, we put some comments about the person, you know, something that could help us. They might be married with 2 kids. They might be good at sports. They might be a neat freak. So we know what to promote, right? So if I see a neat freak on there, I would promote that. We have some of the best cleaning products in the world, right? Stuff that are safe for the environment, right? So that's how we build a list. Now, what to do after you have this list built is just hit it hard. Go with your mentor and call everybody on this list, right? Not you yourself. We actually have a script that you could piggyback off of until you're more comfortable with talking to the folks. So other than listening to me ramble on about it, I would say I would promote this CD. It's by Diamonds, Dennis and Danielle Nafti, and it's BWW1280. That's BWW1280. Now, the reason I love this CD is because it's a two-part CD. Dennis and Daniel is on there, as we know, they're diamonds. And Tony and Francis Papalato, they're also on there talking about contacting. And they're executive diamonds, right? So in that CD, you kind of get the best of both worlds. You get how to create the list and then how to talk to folks on the list, right? So I highly, highly recommend that CD. Now, again, just to go through it again, your A list, deflect. The part B phase, part B of your list, you know, it's all about your conviction and promoting the system, right? You know, I'm working with a strong team here, and we're connected with some folks. What do we say? Out of Atlanta, New Jersey. Yeah, so we say the same script every time. We're connected with some folks. We're doing good here, but we are connected with some folks out of Atlanta, New Jersey. Some professionals there. They're doing great in their profession, as well as they're helping us build an asset at the side, right? And you know, are you interested? Type of thing, right? And then your C list, your ongoing list, is what a lot of us are in the process of doing, just meeting folks every day, right? You don't have to meet a lot of folks, because I'm in the phase of my graduate program where I'm doing my thesis. So I don't have time to meet like a lot of folks. But when I run by somebody, I'm talking to that person. You see what I mean? So you don't have to meet, you could just meet 1 or 2 different people a day, right? And you're on social media anyway. So leverage the social media to meet people too. LinkedIn, Facebook, etc. Because you're not getting money for just watching funny videos, right? On somebody's story, right? So leverage your social media to meet people too. Keep expanding the list, and then hit it hard with your coach. All right, that's it for me.
Awesome. Awesome.
Yay! Awesome job, Rod, on the list portion of the system. You did an amazing job as always. So now we've actually finished up the program, I guess. So now if we have any new people out in Tallahassee, we just want you to come up and introduce yourself. Is there, or anywhere, Tallahassee, Jacksonville, any new people?
Yes. Fine looking folks right here.
Glad to hear.
Yes. Yes, we can start say your name and we'll invite you.
Okay.
And what's exciting. And I think the thing is like, yes, take a look at it.
Hey everybody, how you doing? My name is David. I'm raised in Miami, Florida, but I just go to play football in Tallahassee, Florida. I was invited by Aaron. He's actually my coach. That's how I was be able to recruit to this program you guys have going on over here. But I just thank you guys for having me, and I'm willing to learn a lot of things and absorb everything that I can, so that way I can be a successful person too.
Aww. Score! Good job! Yeah. Rocking some really good hairstyle right now.
Hello everyone, my name is Deja Hawkins. I stay in Jacksonville. Actually, I just come to visit to Tallahassee with friends that go to school here, but I will be moving to Tallahassee soon. Introduced by Aaron as well. And I'm just ready to get on the team.
Aww. Teardrop star!
Okay, so we'll just go to Atlanta.
Okay, so awesome. Welcome to the team. We actually have a new person here out in Atlanta, so we'll just have him come up and introduce himself. Come on up.
It's only 10 million people online.
Just a quick.
Hey everybody, doing my name Odie, and
Who invited you?
Who invited Kenneth invited me.
Okay.
I guess we have a quick video.
Okay, yeah. So we just have a real quick video to show the team. So Kenneth will pull that up for us.
Here, let me get that magical thing going.
All right.
What is it?
Because it's on a feedback, a visual feedback loop. Didn't you study systems?
Oh.
No one can steal my dream. That's mine. Let's try something with it. Say, I am a winner. I'm born to win. And I'm willing to change. I'm willing to learn. I'm willing to get educated. I'm willing to pay the price. And I will not think about it. I've got to go. And I'm going after it. Day by day, night by night, week by week, month by month. No one has authority over me. No one controls me. I'm not the victim anymore. Never again will I accept it. Never, never am I the victim anymore. I'm the victim. Freedom. You can do it if you can say you can do it. I know it. And no one can steal the dream. That's it. Yeah.
There we go. Yeah, that's awesome. So just get it. Okay, so do we want to really quickly to the activity report? Yes. So we'll start out in Florida. All right now.
Facebook continues on to the next one. It's sort of like FED.
I just
Go ahead, Roger.
Yes, hi, this is Roderick, proudly sponsored by Rodney Wilson, who's sponsored by Sealy, and then of course upline, personally sponsored by Kenneth Drake, Nadia Gonzalez, and up to Campton, Nadia Facade, upline Diamonds, and Jeep Insurance are high. And definitely, yeah, a whole lot of activity happening here in Tallahassee, Jacksonville. Last week I went to Jacksonville, actually, Shaibu and I went contacting again. Man, that guy, he's learning a whole lot, man, really fast. Y'all can see the presentation today, doing pretty awesome in the business now. Keep it up, bro, keep it up. All right, yeah, you got a few contacts from there for sure. And definitely working towards showing them opportunity as well. And here in Tallahassee, of course, Talisa and I have been contacting here as well. Talisa, yeah, crazy thing is they had a career fair on Family's campus. A ton of business professionals as well as students looking for who's well in their profession, looking in for the profession, of course, as well. So really, to be honest, I gone straight to the professionals. I didn't even look at the students. That's joking, that's joking. They're all sharp folks, Just went straight there, went for gold, and yeah, was happy to be able to contact a ton of people as well there. Jalisa was very excited as well. I was like, man, I start a conversation, she finished it. She's well just go wide, just go wide. She don't really get over here with contacting vibes. Other than that, as well, I've been also working personally with Romario, and he's also doing very well in business. Has a young lady by the name of Nash, a high-grade light in business, ready to get started. So as data hasn't been established yet, but definitely soon. She's definitely coming around, up to meetings, training, just hungry for the information. So highly supportive for that. And of course, we have a few personals as well. A guy by the name of Shaka West, and another guy by the name of Wendell. Both green lights as well. Want to get started this month as well. So definitely moving forward, and definitely you probably see him at FED. Yeah, right, that's it. Yeah.
All right. So hello again, Rodney Wilson here. So last week I also went to the career fair. Seeing Roger there in his suit coming through to steal all of the content. But yeah, him and Lisa did come and it was an awesome time. I was mainly there to look for some folks to interview with in terms of a job. But in the meantime, you know, why not get some contacts? So met some sharp folks out there. One of them actually knows Celie. Yes, it's hilarious. So stealing her prospect.
Oh my gosh.
Stealing her person again accordingly. But other than that, you know, I've been still reaching out to Garon. You know, he's getting back in the system as well. And yeah, I had another update.
Yeah, Kevin Pachi, you can call you.
Yes. Also, yes, Virginia actually gave me a number from a friend. And she was talking to a person by the name of Kevin. And you know, I met with him around the time of the hurricane. This was maybe the day of the hurricane, right? Yes. But I was like, so what's still gonna show this plan do? And Compton did the follow up, and you know, he's still looking to get started. So definitely gonna reach back out to him and get the momentum going there. And other than that, yesterday, Bailey and I actually had a mini grand opening for Wolf, and he had 4 guests come out. They're all really excited about the products, and they're all gonna place orders this coming month. So we gave samples of rhodiola, excess, some twist tube, and we did the demos and all of that. And Bailey himself actually brought 2 guests, and one guy is getting a memory builder for his studies, and also the rhodiola for his studies this semester. So really good grand opening there. We just did it last minute. It took us 2 hours, and we're gonna get some nice volume coming through this month out of that grand opening. So that's it for me.
Awesome. Hey guys, hi, Celia Wilson, proudly sponsored in this by Kenneth Pickney and Jim Gonzalez. Also right next to you guys over there in Georgia, and who's then sponsored by Compton Nadi Facade. Going and running a big way this year down to Crown. You know, very excited about that. I'm very excited to be a part of their leadership and their mentorship, that entire LOS, and then up to of course Sanjeev and Shauna. So hi. So yeah man. So last week and the week before was madness. Because okay, the hurricane happened, and then you know, then what happened after that was a whole bunch of overtime I had to work. I've been working like 12 to 14-hour days at work, so really very little coming out to see the sun, if anything at all. So I've been doing more online work, more online contacting and what have you. So I actually did a couple plans today, actually just before the meeting today, because I had a lot of friends on WhatsApp that I had to reach out to and just say, hey, how you doing? And the other, so I've been reaching out to those guys, booking one-on-ones that way. And then the other thing that I stole from somebody on a CD, they said that, you know, on Facebook, they tell you when people's birthdays, you can actually use that as an opportunity to kind of say hello, right? How you doing, what you up to, what you doing. And then, you know, go ahead, right, and say, hey, crazy stuff. They ask you where you are, of course. And like, hey, I'm in Tallahassee, I will perform you. But crazy enough, I just started to do some projects with some folks out of New York and Atlanta, New Jersey. Atlanta, New Jersey has been really great. And believe it or not, they're doing some expansion projects in your area. Tell me something, right, you go down that path. So that's really good. It's been going really well. So I have a few online plans off of that activity. And also to, I actually, in that process of reconnecting with people, there was this gentleman by the name of Deontay. I can't remember whose prospect he was.
Mine.
Yeah.
I think it was mine.
It was Jonathan. Oh man. All right, Jonathan. I got you, my boy.
All right, Jonathan.
What happened?
I'll let Jonathan have this one.
Okay, all right. Right. So I actually met up with Beyonce today because of my experience with internships and being an international student, getting a job here in the US. He's kind of kept me as a mentor, kind of like. So he was always asking me. We reconnected today, and I kind of asked him what is his exit strategy. You know, and he's like, that's a good point. What is it? You know, and he's still looking for one too. So right now we're focusing on him just getting a job right after to make sure that his he stays within, what's that thing called? In status for us as international students. That's what it's called, where we have continuation after studies to some other work. And then we're going to work into, you know, reacquainting him with the team and also the business idea. He's always been very excited about the business, but he's a mechanical engineer, so he never had time for anything. And I do remember them horrible days when I was in school. You know, and I was doing some fantastic work. And when I got started in the business, Kevin was actually one of my prospects. Virginia gone take him, you know. Gone take him. So I'm actually ended up meeting up with him. And he at first, Rodney's correct, he at first was is doing aggressive budgeting to kind of get out of some debt and what have you. But after we kind of talked again, I think middle of last week, and I told him, dude, don't even register, just come to FED. Like, we'll figure out the registration stuff later, but you have to come to FED. I can't give you FED. I'm not a multi-billionaire yet or anything. So you got to come and see people that we're locked into. And I kind of gave him the analogy that it's kind of like the Bible, right? There were 12 disciples or something, you know, of Christ, yeah? But all of them, or but those that wrote books within the Bible, all wrote different accounts of the same activity or the same event. And some of them missed some because some things affect others differently. So you can't take and say, hey, I'm going to just wait for her to come back and get her notes, right? Because when you are there, you will probably get something, most likely you'll get something different from the experience than what your soul needs, what your heart needs, what your business needs, than what somebody else going to that event would do. It's really not something you could pass notes around and get the same experience. So I told him he has to be there. Low-key has to, right? Because you can't pressure people, right? But I told him, he is working to, he said he has the money to come, so he just needs to get clearance from work to do that. And I told him, you gotta do whatever you can. I told him about the money back guarantee, so he's working hard to be there. So we should have another guy coming up. Then another guy by the name of Arlington, for Jaleesa, I've been in contact with him. That he's also clearing his schedule to come through as well. And I told him, if there's anything you do, don't even worry to register, just come. FED will blow your mind in a good way. Is that a good way to blow your mind? Okay. But yeah, so that's about it. I'm really excited by the growth that we're seeing. And then I have two personals, Garth and Jareen, that I'm working with again. They are also very swamped in school when I had originally connected with them. But because Virginia had been taking my people, I decided to go back and check them again, you see? You know, before the end of the robotics organization. So yeah, so that was a really good note to self. So with that, I don't know if anybody else. Frey. Yes, Frey is also, oh man, Jaleesa gonna lose somebody too, right? But Frey is really super sharp. His wife is coming into town the weekend of this weekend coming up, so that's why he can't come to FED. But he is very, very go-getter, already made a strong list, and we're going to do a home meeting for him. All right, I need to connect with Rodney and them to kind of rope them back into that, because Rodney was gallivanting in the week, you see? So he's back now, so we can get him to do some hard work. Yes. All right, so yeah, I'll take it back to the host or anybody else who needs to give updates.
Yes, I heard my name.
Yes.
Let me go. Okay, cool. Hey everybody, Jonathan Smith, proudly sponsored by that crazy woman, Celie Wilson. I'm just joking, but and all the way to Kenneth, Jaden, and Andrew Gonzalez to Compton United Prasad. So actually, I went to this meetup for people who are doing their own projects and stuff like that with my friend yesterday. Kind of outing for my birthday on Friday, and I met some people. I got their numbers, so I'm gonna contact them today, just to see if they're interested. And went to the mall last week. Met a guy at at the North Face store. If you don't know, it's like the winter coat clothing store. And chatted with him. He's a really cool guy. He wasn't interested, but I still got his number because, of course, you know, down the line may be different. So, you know, just getting out there and making more friends, and excited about FED because definitely want to hear about Nick and Steph and trying to get people out to FED definitely. And yeah, that's pretty much it.
Oh.
Awesome. Awesome. You got it.
So we'll just go to Atlanta. And you're Carol. You weird.
Okay, Piggy and Carol Anthony Cox here. I just wanted to say that we're excited about FED, of course. My cousin is coming with me, so I'm really excited. I'm working hard. She just turned 19. You know, these young people, that Gen Y video, y'all, is the magic. I showed her that video and she was like, I got it. All I got to do is get my people together and I'm going with you. And I was like, okay, you know, what do you want me to do now? What do you want me to say? She was like, nothing. Let's go get something to eat. And she was talking to people when we go eat. I'm like, oh God, I done found some help. So I'm glad, I'm excited. They say, you know, go to the last minute, to the last hour, to the last everything. Keep talking to people. That's what I'm doing. I want more people to come. So I'm gonna keep speaking it, and I know I'm gonna have a couple of people. I mean, we might be laying in the same floor or under the same cover. It'll be fine, but I gotta get some more people for FED.
Awesome.
Hello, everybody. The gray hair you're seeing is a camera trick. We're Kenneth and Andrea Gonzalez, proudly and directly sponsored by Camta and Naja Prasad. And we have a lot of activity going on, a lot of personal momentum. Odie, who you just met, is actually Daniel's guest, you know, not my guest, you know. And he's fired up and he's gonna get started this month, right? You know, and the thing is that Daniel and Odie work at the same place. So their boss is like, wait a minute, everybody can't leave, you know. So we're still trying to see if we can work something there without jeopardizing anybody's job. But Odie, he has two super sharp people. There's a guy called Quay and another guy called Charles. They've seen the plan. They've been to the open meeting. They're super sharp. And they're gonna get started this month also. Okay, and then Daniel has another leg with Willie, a guy called Will. And he has a young lady called Alex who's also super sharp and has been to the open meeting and is gonna get started this month also. And then he has a third guy. This is Daniel. He has a third guy called Keelan, and Keelan has been to the open meeting twice and couldn't make it to Pase today. And so he's super sharp and excited too, and it's gonna get started. So Daniel is after a good start, 3 wide, you know, 3 deep, and so he's super excited. He couldn't make it today, but he's actually online on YouTube. So you all give Daniel a clap, please. Outside of that, Andrea and I are working feverishly to fill our van to come to FED, you know. So we're out there every day contacting. Our goal is by March to go into Ruby, okay? That's 20 wide. So you might want to follow suit, okay? And awesome. Okay, without a question, you know. And without any further ado, what I want you guys to do is to get up and help me bring Madam Naja Prasad and Camta Prasad.
Awesome, guys. What a great lineup today. Let's thank the host, Vivian. She did an incredible job. And Miss Carol, always with the book. She did a phenomenal job. I'm sorry, screaming. Okay, Malik and the book. You did a great job, Malik, and you can see the growth in you when you speak, and absolutely, you can tell that the books are definitely working. Just the way you speak and being able to, you know, explain yourself. it sounds incredible. So we can see that personal growth. And of course, we had Shaibu, and I want to say congratulations to Shaibu. He did an incredible job with the product. This is a guy who he just came into the business and, you know, speaks like a pro on all the products. So that's a person that takes the time to learn about the products and understand exactly what he has his hands on. So congratulations to both Shaibu and Adama. And of course, Rodney with List. And that's incredible, Rodney. You did a great job. And it's funny, you know, every business that I know of needs a list to do, you know, we need people, right? But yet it's so funny when new people come involved in this business and you tell them, okay, well, you have to make a list. It's like, what? I have to talk to my friends? So I don't know how they plan on building the business without, you know, actually making a list and getting people, but that's the nature of this business and any other business. So get used to it, get a big list going, and just make sure that, you know, you have, every week you have numbers to call and plans to show. But I just want to talk real quick before I bring Kanta up. You know, we have the weekend coming up, weekend conference. So I just wanted to basically show you guys what we're doing for, you know, preparation in terms of our, you know, less breaks of our, and less expensive to go out and eat and all that stuff. We're taking our, here we go, the variety pack. We have our bars in here, which is the variety pack and has all the bars in there. Then in the mornings, we are taking our shakes, you know, chocolate shake for our breakfast. And of course, throughout the day, we have our excess so that we're getting the full effect of the function. And don't forget your twist tubes as well, okay? Whichever one's your favorite, make sure you get that. But make sure that you're packing your products, guys, of the business. Not only are you eating better, because trust me, chicken strips and French fries is not where it's at, okay? Make sure that it tastes good, but it's not where it's at.
That's the calories.
Yes, absolutely. You need to take your bars and make sure that you're eating healthy throughout the function and that you're taking less breaks to buy food. You just make sure that you're packing your own stuff. Be economical, stay healthy, and that's it. I know we're doing that. We're getting prepped. We're really excited. This is the first function that our whole family is actually going to be there, including our 18-year-old Anya. She's actually going to be in the function this time, so she's excited. It's actually a very exciting time for our entire family, you know, being at the function and getting the same information, and just so much good things happening, you know. So we're excited. My dad is actually going to be at the conference as well. So
oh, nice.
So it's gonna be an incredible weekend, and we are. He actually went shopping today. He's getting all excited to go because he attended these functions years ago, you know, when he was in the business, and so he can't wait to come back and just, you know, being able to be a part of everything that's happening. So we're really excited because it keeps him young, keeps him going. And that's what this business is about. That's what the system is about. So excited about all the things that are happening. And I know Kamta is going to talk a lot about some good things that are happening. So I know that Kamta, we all know that he's looking to retire, and we said March, but it looks like we're going to bring that down to November. And I'll let him fill you in on the details on that. But it is actually... you know, when he's here, he's so much more productive. He's been here for the last 2 weeks. We've already sponsored one person and 2 more in the hopper ready to get started because of his, you know, being out there and, you know, just both of us out there together, you know, showing the plan, doing everything that we need to do to get our business growing. So I know him coming home, definitely Diamond is a done deal. And we're excited about that. We're so pumped about this weekend coming up, and more important, you know, where this entire team is going. So excited. We just finished the month of September, and I know that, you know, this fiscal year that's coming up, right now that we're in. We know a lot of prints are going to break, you know, here in Atlanta. Of course, in you heard Kenneth, you know, going Ruby. I know in Tallahassee, Jacksonville, guys, ramp up. This is it, you know. This is the year that, you know, basically a lot of pins are going to be breaking out of PDAT. Big pins. We're talking about big pins here. So we're excited about that. So make sure that you're, you know, doing whatever it takes to get it done. And we're so fired up, guys. So many good things happening. We've been so blessed, you know, in every area of our lives. So with that, I just want to bring up my awesome diamond, Compton Versailles.
How's everyone doing tonight?
Good, good.
Great, great, wonderful. I like to start off by the team wishing Jonathan a happy belated birthday. Wonderful, wonderful. You know, I'm telling you, this lady Nadia took all the things I was going to talk about. You know, so I'm just going to still continue anyway. But I must say, with the host Divya, they're an awesome host in Divya. I wonder how long you can do that. Very proud of you. And Miss Carol, as usual, you know, every time I meet Carol, I'm always amazed at how positive she is. Throughout all what life experiences that she goes through, she's always been positive, and the results from being positive will be, she will benefit from that, you know. And I'm telling you, man, Malik, I don't know, was it something with the camera? Some people were looking kind of slim there, you know. Malik,
Yeah.
and Celia looked like she lost some weight too, you know. I was wondering if it was the camera, but then I look at Rodney and I saw he looked like he gained some weight, you know. So,
We found the double X. We switched computers there. We switched computers.
Malik looked good with the glasses. He looked like he lost some weight. And I'm telling you, man, Malik is also like Miss Carol, where they put a lot of thing into the self-growth. You can see the confidence with which he speaks and how knowledgeable he's becoming. Very proud of him. You know, he's going to be an awesome leader on the Sile Wilson, all the way down upline on that team. You know, lots of good information. I like what he said. Self-management leads to time management, which leads to life management. You know, and that's pretty much what it is. You know, we need to put some effort into you know, self-improvement, time improvement, and which is gonna just improve our life in the thing. You know, and then Shaibu. I mean, Shaibu, I know Adama wasn't there, but Shaibu said, you know, I'm the man, I'm taking charge of everything, right? And did a wonderful presentation on the products. He said, if you take, you know, it was recommended, and what I like what he's doing, he's following the recommendations of his upline. Bidey told him to get a men's pack, he got it. It was supposed to use one, but he said, you use two, you feel better. So, but Shaibu, use three. You said you use two and you're gonna feel good. Well, use three and you will feel better. Okay. Right. And Rodney, as usual, Rodney on the systems list building, you know, and you can see why his business is going. He's mastered the art of building a list, you know, and that's the raw material of the business. And not only has he mastered it, he's teaching all the people in his business also how to do that. And from the activity levels that I've heard here today, and which is kind of, as we were talking, I was putting down some numbers, which is kind of in sync with the numbers that I was writing with Roderick and Rodney and Celie, Jaleesa, Virginia, Aaron, all the new people. I can see at least, and not this is not including Kenneth and Carol. I can see at least 10 new IBOs being sponsored this month. Is those numbers kind of correct there, guys?
Yes. Yes, Crown. Absolutely. Yes, Crown.
Absolutely, because that's the numbers I was writing down. because we started the year already. The first month, September, is pretty much over, but we still have enough time between October and February with which to qualify. And so I'm just going with numbers here now. Okay, so by the end of February, we need say 8,000 PV to qualify, which is more than what you need. And if we just double, right, and that's the battle cry for the team is doubling from now all the way to February. Okay, so that's a battle cry, and that's the activity level. That's the plan for the team. And I think the plan basically, if anybody, let's just go numbers. If anyone is at 500 points in the month of October, right? And you double, November would be 1,000 points, right? Yes, no?
Right.
Yeah.
Okay. And then if you double again, November to December will be 2,000. December to January, 4,000. January to February, that's 8,000 points, right?
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, listen to this, how easy it is. Well, 500 points is, well, how many IBOs you need to have 500 points?
5 at least.
At least 5, right?
Or
At least 5 to 7 IBOs. Well, they already have that. A lot of people on the team already have that. Okay? So basically what the numbers are saying that anybody with a 5 IBO in their group can, and they're very serious about it, can qualify come February. Okay? Right? It's all about doubling. Right? And if there's 5 IBOs, sponsor one person a month. We're not talking 10 sponsors a month, one person a month per IBO, that's doubling. Okay? So from now on, and like Nadia said, my retirement, I had planned to do it in March, but then I figured that I have the time in. At the end of October, I would have the number of years that I needed, and so I'm actually retiring in November. And my last day is supposed to be the 30th of November, but then with the vacation time or so I actually looked at it today, and I was kind of like anxiously nervous because it when I looked at it, it was like I can retire on the 14th of November.
wow.
So everything is in the plan. It's a done deal. I'm retiring the first week in November, pretty much.
Wow.
And as such, I want to know. It's a great feeling. I'm telling you, for all you guys that working, it's a great feeling. Now you don't have to wait for the retirement system to retire. You have a retirement system that could afford you to retire much earlier. In fact, you're going to see at this function here, a very young couple who's retiring in the mid-20s. You understand? So you don't have to wait for the retirement system to retire. It's all up to you, the choices that you want, either to work through the system or to build this business, get it over fast and enjoy life. And as such, my commitment to the whole team, I'm telling you right here, right now, my commitment to the team, I will be coming out to Tallahassee, I will be coming out to Jacksonville. And by the way, I want to welcome back Ali. I haven't seen him for a while. Welcome, Ali, back on the team.
Hey.
You on the Damo and the Baidi clan family there, man, things is going to happen big time. And I will be coming out to Jacksonville also. My whole goal is to, well, we will have to modify some of the days that you're going to have the open meeting. I will be coming out to Jacksonville to do the open meeting there. And I will also be coming out to Tallahassee to do the open meeting. Okay?
Okay.
And so when we meet at the function, we're going to talk about modifying the days so that I will be able to be in Jacksonville once a month and Tallahassee once a month, and also be able to do the meeting also in Atlanta once a month also. But the hammer is done. I'm coming out there. Be prepared to have people, and I know Celia said that Rodney was out gallivanting, not
Correct,
last
correct.
weekend, but he was not. He was was actually fraternizing with his upline, you know. You know, and I teach him some new stuff. But I taught him 6 runs, 4 runs, you know, the wicket, the slips, deep gully, you know, leg slips and all that stuff. So you know a lot of new stuff now that you can use in business. Yeah, we had a great time. We watched some cricket. I think this was his first time for Rodney, you know, and he enjoyed it. And, you know, looking forward to having some more of the team coming out sometime, and also enjoying that, watching the game. But we're going to put some qualifiers on that. And this is the year, you know, let's make it happen together. We're gonna meet, do your best to get even to the last day, to get people to come out to this FED. This is one of the most special, significant FED in anyone's in the business life right now, because they're gonna see things that they're gonna hear that we have heard, that Kenneth have heard some of it, and Naja and myself. When you will see and hear these things, you're gonna know all the young people that coming out there will know for sure, without a doubt, that they can achieve and build a business, just like Bill did say, we're all winners. Okay, so let's get to work, make it happen, and back to the host from this side.
Everyone did an amazing job today, and that brings us to the end for today. And we'll see everybody this week or this weekend at FED. We're all excited to see each other and to get all the amazing information and to hear from Nick and Stephanie and all the other new diamonds. So we're extremely excited about that. And I think now we'll start phone teams. So everyone have a good night and thank you.
Awesome. Good job.
Bye.
With us, bye.
Bye bye.
Wait, I guess. Okay, that's it. Yeah. Oh.